Hey friends, it is Kristen with Our DJ Rocks. Today I have got DJ Gaby here with me for another edition of the Backstage Pass. It is definitely going to be a fun night tonight. I am super pumped. Gaby, say what's up to everybody.
Hi guys, how are you?
So Gaby has literally been rocking dance floors with us since 2015, and she has done almost, I would say, every single job that we have on the roster, from photo booth attendant to photo booth trainer, event coordinator. Remember those times? DJ trainer, DJ manager, all the things. So before I kind of kick it off to Gaby, I want to have a little bit of fun. We're going to play a game that Gaby does not know about right now. So what Yes, I sure am. This is your favorite. So I have about 4 or 5 images. And what I want to do is I'm going to plop the images up on the screen. And once they're up there, I want you to give me a one-word reaction and then maybe explain to everybody what the moment is. Are you ready?
Oh God. Okay.
I know this is gonna be. Yeah. Okay. Ready? Okay.
All right,
so let's do this. Let's do this. Okay. Here we go.
Oh wow. Okay. So that's the first photo shoot I've ever done. That was an interesting. I'm gonna say interesting. That was an interesting time for sure.
There we go. That's right. I remember the first thing you said was like, which side do I stand on? How do I?
Yeah, I didn't know which was whose side, and you know how women get with that. Like, so I just kind of just laid there.
Yeah, we
let them move over me, whichever. No, I'm the right, I'm the left. Okay, I'll just lay here.
Yeah, we totally winged that one. Okay, ready for the next photo?
Yeah. Oh, that's Shotgun Gaby, baby. Pull! So outing you did. I love this outing. It was, what is it called? What is it called? Duck pin? What is it?
Actually,
skeet shooting. What is it? I don't know.
Skeet shooting. It was skeet shooting at Mission.
That's what it was.
Yeah, I think it was one of our first team retreats.
Awesome. I was a loser, which sucked, but
yeah, some of us left with like bruises on our arms.
Yes, Shotgun Gaby.
I think this is the first time ever we realized your competitive nature.
Yep.
It was great. Okay, are you ready for the next photo?
Yes. Oh, I know where this was. This is at Cat Lake.
It sure is.
Like one of my first weddings with you out there, learning how important extension cords are.
Yes.
Yes. I think we DJ'd out of your truck actually for the ceremony. Yeah.
Yep. Stephen Miller took this picture.
Yeah, I remember. Yes, Stephen Miller. I remember that.
Okay, are we ready? Next photo.
Okay. This is Ulta.
Yes.
Yes. This was our Britney Spears moment.
Yes.
How was I supposed? Yes. This was awesome.
Okay. So just so you guys know, so we obviously DJ a lot of weddings. That's where our passion lies. But there are sometimes we do corporate events. This particular event was for Ulta, the beauty company. And Gaby and I were
Kristen paid for my roots to get done.
I did. I was like, your roots need to be on point before we do this event. And there was like, I don't know, 5,000 people in that room.
Yes.
I don't even know how many. And it was like we had headphones on with the Britney Spears mic. We had like an 8-page timeline. And like, Gaby, tell them how that was like.
Literally, it was a production. That's what it was, a production. And you had to come up with songs for everyone walking on or whenever they had something ready. And then it would be like 30 minutes of like hype up the crowd. So talk about sweaty pits. I mean, woo! That was intense. But I was like queuing songs up to certain parts for people. Like, then they'd be like, hey, we need a grungy type of song for this type of company. And then they'd be like, show us what you have. So you're like panicking and you put something up and they're like, yes, that's perfect. So it was intense, but I absolutely love that experience. That was awesome.
Hopefully we get to do one of those again. Okay, this one might be the last one. Okay, ready?
Yeah. Aww.
Everybody say aww.
Yeah, that's why I'm laughing hysterically, because when you take photos, you can't really be your natural self. So you have to act it out. And that was our laugh, our famous, infamous laugh. Like, just laugh as hard as you possibly can to get pictures.
Yeah. How many of you guys out there know and see our photos and know that we're just having the time of our life? Like, raise your hand. But sometimes it's like, okay, guys, laugh. And we're like, and then you just
sing a lot. We would have to come up with a song to start singing. So very acapella, at our photo shoots.
Okay, that was fun. I definitely took us down memory lane there for a second. Yeah. So I kind of want to kick it off. Like, you have been here for a while. You have kind of seen us grow from, I don't want to
bottom. Now we're here.
Yeah, girl. So
people,
give us a little bit of like Gaby's journey. Like, take us back to the beginning and what was it like for you becoming a DJ with us?
Okay, so let's talk about that. I remember in March of 2015, I went to do a photo booth, and the trainer that I had was a DJ at the time. And she was like, yeah, you just train and like you learn how to do it. And I'm like, what? I thought that was like a God-given talent, like to learn how to mix and stuff. So then I'm like, well, what color sparkly shoes am I going to have? So instantly right after that, I contacted Kristen, like, hey, I want to know more about the DJing. And then one thing led to another. And I think I went to like 50 weddings because some things happened and we had to speed up timelines, and I had to learn how to DJ for, I think January 1, 2016 was my first wedding.
First solo wedding.
By myself, yes. And I remember learning how to train with Kristen was like a spinning wheel with a dartboard. And it was like, we're going to learn this today. And I'm like, all right, let's do it. Whereas now I'm sure like the girls get so much more structure and all this kind of stuff. But hey, we made it happen. I'm still here.
We definitely have come a long way. And even parts of that is you kind of going through that and then being like, all right, so if we're going to structure this a little bit, here's how we should start to teach them. And like, you got to practice your MC skills at home. Talk to me about what that was like when you had to practice your MC skills at home.
Okay, so I go for humor as my like forte thing here. So I was practicing with a zucchini. And I would send them videos of me with the zucchini because you have to have a mic in your hand. I don't have one in my house, so zucchini looks the best, I guess. And that's how I would practice and send them the little blurbs.
I love that. It's almost like
that practice. I have gotten the most compliments on my voice emceeing, and I'm gonna blame it and give credit to that zucchini for that.
Maybe a little bit of practice too, but there you go.
Yeah.
So obviously we talked about, we do corporate events, we do weddings, like all the things. You have been even backstage, like faux DJing for TV shows, birthday parties, and everything. Yep. So can you think of your most memorable event and maybe why?
Okay, so I had a couple that got married at the Mez, and I want to say it's Sean and Craig. I want to say that was their names. And they got married, and like obviously people were celebrating love, but I felt it like so much in that room that day. Like there was just, everyone was there to celebrate love for them. And I remember getting so many chills. And then a crazy thing happened like right before the first dance, which is the stuff we keep behind the scenes. So we had microphones that literally went from green light to dead. That's it. You had no warning. There was no red light. No, like this is going to go. So I'm literally about to MC the introductions, and the mic dies, and the first dance is about to be sung by a live performer. So she gonna need that mic, So I'm popping my other mic on, taking batteries out in the middle of announcing people. No one knows what's happening behind the scenes. And then I'm able to give the mic away. And the mom comes up to me of the groom, and she's like, oh my God, that intro was so intense. And I'm like, yeah, you know how intense it was? My batteries were dying back here. And she laughed. She was like, no one knew nothing. You played it off so good. And I'm like, yeah, but I was sweating. Okay. So it was super, super memorable. And then they packed the dance floor. Like I couldn't get them to stop. Like it was amazing. It was such a fun wedding. And then someone came in on a seaplane before. That was different.
I remember that one.
Popped up at that wedding.
Yes. That,
And
there
then
were
there
so
was a
many.
live performer coming off on a pontoon boat. There was so much happening. It was very theatrical.
They did fireworks too at the end of the night, didn't they?
They did fireworks. Yeah, they had a lot of stuff happening. It was really, really cool.
I remember that one. So
Mhm.
what would you say, as far as a wedding goes, is your favorite part of the wedding day?
Okay, so I have a lot of them. Number one is the grand entrance of the bride, because I know when I get married, I know my song already. I think everyone already knows, who knows me knows my song.
Yep.
Especially when they have like the door or like something blocking it, and then they just do their yes. And then seeing the groom, which I know is from 27 Dresses, but yes, we all look at the groom's face because we want to see what's happening. And if my man don't cry when he sees me, I'm gonna turn around and come back in. Okay. And then let's see what else. Mother-son dances are like so dear to me too, because obviously I have a son.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I cannot wait for that moment. And you better not DJ cut my song short, because I'm not going to look at you and give you a head nod. For those couples who know what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And then the intimate dance. The intimate dance at the end, I highly, highly always encourage that for the couples, because you share each other all night, because you have to say hi to everybody and love on everybody. So like to have that last moment, like we did it. Those are my favorite moments.
I love that. So there's, lots of things kind of going on in our worlds, right? We are finalizing upcoming events by doing timelines. We're creating, playlists and backup lists for upcoming couples that are like this weekend. And then we're kind of doing like the post-event follow-up for, the other couples. Meanwhile, like we're in here cooking dinner, getting stuff ready, like mom life strong. So how do you balance work life, DJ life, mom life, all the things?
So I think I wrote on that question, I wing it. Just like everybody else is trying to wing it, especially in this time as well. But yeah, I try to wing it. I have a very, very strong support system. So my mom is my rock. I'm grateful that even though I'm a single mom, his dad is very present. So, he can stay with Carter and stuff like that. So I can keep doing what I need to do. But yeah, before I think 2 years ago, when I took back over like a more corporate setting job, I had like 4 weddings in a week, plus had to work like 40 plus hours. So that was insanely intense. Like I remember the last wedding, like I can't hear music anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But you just do it. Like I've always been that person. Like you just do it. You just make it work.
It is rewarding, and it definitely is fun. And I think that's what kind of keeps us going, right? And okay, so let's talk about your son a little bit.
Yeah.
So what does he play any roles in the music? Like, does he keep you up to date on music trends, or are you like
Well,
the mom that like?
If it's on TikTok, yeah, but then I try to embarrass him by doing like all the Fortnite things, and I can't do them. So he's just like, Mom, please stop. You're making me really embarrassed. And I'm like, yeah, I love doing that.
Yep, that's what you got to do, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's talk about music for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So Funsies question.
Mm-hmm.
What song, when you hear the first few beats, makes you run to the dance floor?
Oh, come on, everyone. It's like, bum, 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 bum.
Wait, this? I had to have this queued up for you.
Yes. Cash Money Records taking over for the 99 to 2000. Where my girls at?
There he goes.
Yes. You can't not dance to that song. That's where you drop your drink and you go.
Yep. That's always gold, right? So like,
and Carter was named after Lil Wayne, so he in
for
there.
those of you who don't know that, say that again, Gaby.
I said Carter was named after Lil Wayne. Wayne Carter. That's what he is.
There you go. Mm-hmm. Let's throw it back to the day. So what was the first CD that you ever bought?
NSYNC. Justin Timberlake all day.
Celebrity crush, huh?
Oh my God. Forever.
You're definitely fighting Jenny over that one.
Yeah, I know. No, she can take she can take someone else.
So a lot of people have wrote in, and one of the most popular questions, when they look at us, when we didn't start off at like 5 years old being a DJ, right? We kind of just like, we were like, oh, cool, you can be a DJ. maybe I want to do that too. So what was it you think that made you want to become a DJ?
I mean, I think like being in the spotlight, like obviously my role before was being a manager, and I always like hosted, team building activities, or everyone was looking at me, or I was on the stage because I'm giving the presentation or whatever it was. So I felt like it was an element of that. And then, just my love for music. Like I loved, learning about all the different music, and I just wanted to create that, like I have a very hard exterior, but I am very mushy in the inside. You just have to get to that. It's like a layer, like Shrek said with the onion. I'm
Like
an
four
onion.
layers, guys. It's not just
Yeah,
one
there's
layer.
a lot of layers. Okay. So, but like creating that excitement, or like I live for DJ points, and I don't mean like a scoreboard, guys, when we say DJ points. We mean like you just dropped a song and then they go like, oh, yes, that's my girl. My favorite is when I lip read what they just asked for. Like they're like, oh my God, we need like hot in here. And I'm like, oh, I'm getting it ready. And I put it in, and they're coming to me because they want to request it. And then they're like, how did she know? And I'm like, how did I know? How did I know to do that?
It's magic, right?
It's magic. It's
It's
magic.
funny. It's funny because people are like, how do you pack a dance floor? And like,
Yeah.
I don't even know how to explain half the time, but there's one example of that, right?
Yeah. Or if like, let's say someone mentions a song, like I had a wedding at Paradise Cove. I want to say the name, but I can't remember the name right now. They referred to like I'm the Ash to your Pikachu, and I played the Pokemon song. And they were like, yes. And that was a DJ point. And I'm like, I'm paying attention to what you're saying. Or the best part is like, especially at Club Lake Plantation, because the bathroom is so close to the little bridal suite, you hear them listening to music beforehand, and you're like, oh, heck yeah. And I start writing it down. Like they like the song. These are the music that they like. The last wedding I did at Luxmore, I was hearing the groom suite, and I could hear them like jamming to Future and, Roddy Ricch. So I was like, oh, we got to put it on there. So when I was doing my sound setup, I started playing some Future, and they were like, oh, she's going to get us lit tonight. And I'm like, yes, I am.
What would you
Yes,
say
I
was your
am. You just have to pay attention. That's important. You have to read the crowd and pay attention.
So what would you say, let's talk about like music requests. What would you say is your most common do not play that you get at a wedding?
Recently it's been Blurred Lines, I think because of the words, but like I didn't even pay attention to the words before. I'm just like, hey, hey, hey. Okay, this is a good beat,
Yeah.
And now I'm getting a lot of the I don't want the like cruise line wobble, Cupid shot. Like I don't want any of that. And I tell my people all the time, whatever you want, I will play. If you do not want that, we do not have to have a wedding with that. I've done many weddings where they don't have that. That is the most requested song I'm going to get because it requires no dancing experience. You just follow. Yeah. Follow the words, So people that, feel more comfortable doing those type of group activities will get on the dance floor versus, just getting out there for a song.
That makes sense. So then opposite of that, what would you say in like, let's say like the last 6 months or so would be your most popular request that you've gotten? Like what's hot right now according to your couples?
Okay, so it's been a while since I DJ'd, but Lizzo, Truth Hurts would get the girls out there all the time. I don't know, the classics. The people still love the classics, like they love those types of like Journey and Shook Me All Night Long. Like they like that stuff because then the older people that are around them, their family members, can get out there. Some of my brides say they want to be only top 40. And I always tell them, I'm like, hey, just letting you know, you might not get to see, your other family members out there if they don't really know that stuff.
Yeah, I would say too, like in addition to that, I still get lots of requests for I Want to Dance with Somebody, Whitney Houston. Like number one. It is almost at the top of every single request list. And honestly, I can't be mad at it.
Nah, I want to dance with somebody too.
I feel like every single time I do a wedding, no matter how many times a certain song gets played, I will get a different reaction from every single audience because you never know where they were at when that song got released or like maybe when they felt it the most. And I feel like it really takes them back to whatever moment they remembered best. And that's kind of what it's all about, right?
Yeah. I mean, we normally don't play the chicken dance. but that was a must play song at this wedding. And I'm like, okay, what's about to happen? Like when I play this song, and I didn't know that they all worked at like Huey Magoo's or something like that. And that was something that they did. So everyone got on the dance floor and did that. And no other song would have created that moment. So I'm like, all right, if you want to chicken dance, we going to chicken dance, whatever you want to do. I will play whatever you want.
I love that. So
Yeah.
what would be your suggestion when you're talking to couples and they want to make it unique to them, not just like a standard like timeline, whatever? Any tips or advice?
I get this all the time. They always want to do like, well, I've never planned a wedding before. And I'm like, yeah, me neither. But let's do this.
Aside from the many, many weddings she's done at this point.
I mean, like, from like that standpoint. But I'm like, yeah, let's win this together. So I always tell them, what do you want to do? A lot of times they were like, well, I don't know if I should keep it traditional or if I should do this. And I'm like, well, do you want to toss a bouquet? Is anyone going to catch it? I'm definitely doing that at my wedding because that's a competitive sport to me. I want to see you go for it. And I am usually the person that always catches it at weddings, That doesn't make me feel uncomfortable at all. Whereas some people it does. They're like, oh, I don't really have a lot of single friends. All right, then let's throw it to everybody and they catch it. And it's it's love or it's luck, whatever. So I guess that's what I just try to tell them, like, what do you want to do? And we'll just try to have those conversations and see. And then I'll offer some suggestions that I've seen at other weddings. But for the most part, yeah, it's just kind of like, what do you want to do? You don't have to do it like everybody else. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I feel like so many traditions now are like, I don't even want to call it traditions, but couples will be like, I don't really want to do what's normal. Like, what else can we do? Don't worry, guys. We're working on a blog on that. We'll get you all the things. So there's so many different things out there that you can do from, ceremony, symbolic things like, you could like braid a rope. You could do sand ceremony.
Let it go butterflies. I've seen that before. That was super cool.
Yep. When Mark and I got married, cherry blossoms was like our thing and like always has been. So we planted little cherry blossom seeds. So that was really cute. And then of course, the favorite moment of the night, like Gaby mentioned earlier, is the last dance alone. I mean, Gaby, explain that.
You have to do it. You have to do it. You have to do it. It's just a time for you to be like, oh my God, we did this. All the planning that we went through, all the little details, because you don't realize you need a charger. You need this little napkin holder. You need the candle with the lights and the thicks and the wicks and oh my gosh, all the little things. So you try to like pull your hair out. Yeah. For the special day. And then of course, you got to make sure you look good and you want to get your dress and you're dieting and you're doing everything that you possibly can to look your absolute best for your wedding. And then it's like all over in 4 hours, like gone. So you have to embrace that moment and it helps us get your guests out of the venue on time. Thank you. So that line up and get ready for your send off while you do that.
Yep. So talk to us about what are some of your favorite venues that you like to work at, or maybe venues that are unique that people don't know about that they should look into. I know, loaded question. And for those of you who don't have a venue yet, let me throw this out there while Gaby's kind of thinking. Tons of resources out there for you guys. Of course, you can look at things like The Knot and Wedding Wire, Google Orlando wedding venue. And then there's also a website called weddingvenuemap.com, where you can search and sort by tons of different venues based on, do you want ballroom? Do you want barn? You can sort by budget. You can sort by all kinds of things. So definitely do your research. So just wanted to throw that out there for you too, as like an awesome resource for you guys. But okay, Gabs.
Okay, so favorite venues, Paradise Cove, I think is one of my favorite venues. I partied there before I was in the DJ industry. And then that was my first wedding I actually shadowed with you on. Was Paradise Cove. So that one has always been fun and I love the people there. And then Casa Feliz, I feel like I was holding that place down for some time. Like I was the Casa Feliz girl. Is a fun, cute one. Like I love the market lighting. Like market lighting is like, on point there. Interesting. I think my most interesting one was probably Danville for sure.
Yes.
Danville, if you don't know what it is, it's like a airplane hangar, right? Isn't that what it is? An airplane hangar?
Yes.
And literally like it's the airplane hangar rises up for you for your like grand entrance. So that's pretty cool. I've never seen that before. Let me see.
I actually think at Danville, don't they have little maybe it might be on Airbnb. I don't know if they still have it, but didn't they have tree houses you could rent?
It's like a yurt, I think, like a yurt you can purchase and stay
Okay.
there on the property, but you can come in like an old car. So it's like very theatrical.
Yeah,
So if you are
I
into
like that.
it, that would be really cool. So
And
that
I
was
feel like
different.
too, like with Paradise Cove, one of my favorite moments to have at that venue, which you can't have anywhere else, is
The boat.
for the ceremony, you can have a grand entrance on a boat. So like everybody can be in the bridal suite and like groom can come in on a speedboat for their ceremony.
Yeah, super
We
cool.
actually have also had couples. I think it was your,
entrance too.
yes, and I think it was your couple actually. They came in on a seaplane.
Yeah, that was at Paradise Cove.
Yes.
Seaplane. It was really cool.
So cool.
I don't know if there's any other ones that I can think of off the top of my head.
I like those.
They're all beautiful. Like they're
Yes.
all beautiful. And it's so interesting. Like as many times as I've been to Paradise Cove, it looks different because of the way that they design it, or the way that, you know, the brides or the grooms or the couple's vision just comes to life. Like there's been so many different ones where it's been like, I remember yours, which was like a Beauty and the Beast one. And it was so intimate, but it was
17 people at that wedding, I think.
It was 18. Yeah, I think I talked to every single member there.
Yeah.
I think that was the day we had our conversation about me being a DJ.
Maybe.
At that wedding. But yeah, so it's like, it's just different every single time.
I love that. Okay, so when you're not DJing, what are some things that you like to do just for free time and kind of like rejuvenating yourself?
Well, we've had a lot of free time recently with the lovely COVID. So I have discovered that I'm a puzzler. Number one, I love puzzles, and I have done like 13,000 piece puzzles, and I can do them in less than 4 or 5 hours. So I like that.
I would go cross-eyed.
I made a gym, so I do enjoy working out. I have now become a famous Instacarter, I feel like.
Yep.
So if you need some groceries, holla at your girl. I get you.
Wait, hold on, guys. What she really means by all of this is she's a hustler. Like Gaby,
hustle, homie.
Yes, like Gaby didn't just build a gym. Like she has a whiteboard that has her name like 3D with like dry erase markers where she like writes down her things every day and like check marks it. I'm like,
yeah, I sweat. And then the beach, like the beach is my favorite thing. So we just got back from a 2-week vacation. So if I could like do anything and nothing at all, it would just be go to the beach and just spend the day, especially in Madeira Beach, over by St. Pete, Clearwater area.
I love that. Do you, when you're at the beach, is it like a book reading type thing, or do you take playlists with you?
Sometimes I can read a book. This time I didn't really read it too much. I just try to do Operation Toasted Marshmallow, and that means my skin, getting it nice and tan.
There you go.
The year that I can have tan skin.
Yeah.
So I just kind of tanned as much as I possibly could. I took my niece parasailing. Me and Carter did paddle boarding on the beach. You know, but it's just like a second home for us. It's been something I've been doing for over 20 plus years, going to this same beach.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. So
yeah, we listen to a lot of music too out there.
So do you have like special beach playlists?
No, we just
jam. I was gonna say, if you do, send them to me because I would love to hear what's on your beach playlist.
We just jam to whatever we feel. I had a girlfriend out there with me, and we were listening to Savage, and then we had like another family next to us, and we saw them like Shazamming us, like what our playlists were, and I was like,
wait, seriously? Yeah.
Our playlist, and I was like, oh, that's so cool.
I love it. Do you do the TikTok dance in that yet or no?
No.
Okay, I'll teach it to you.
I'll do the I'm a mom one, you know?
Yeah.
You're not Savage, you're a mom.
So when it comes to our packages, what would you say is your favorite like add-on type of experience for couples?
Okay, I got two. Definitely the photo booth. Though everyone does have a little bit of boogie in them and can dance, they might not want to. So that's a cool little feature to have for them to, you know, not be dancing. They can go over to there and that. And then plus, because the way we give you all the pictures and all the videos with ours, that is probably I think would be the best thing to see afterwards. Because I've seen it where they pulled the bride in and there's a song playing and they're singing it to the, you know, to the video. So I'm pretty sure that's really cool to experience and a cute little memory to have. And then the cloud. I think if you've ever grown up like loving Disney princesses, then you would definitely love to dance on a cloud because it's the coolest element, though it stresses us out all the way.
Yes.
to the max, you know. Like 3 minutes of your song feels like a lifetime when there's a cloud
Yes.
involved.
My heart's pounding, like knees weak, arms.
Yeah, I remember doing Cloud for Kristen for the first time, and she's like,
oh no,
dump, dump, dump. And I'm like, you know, and you're getting smoke in your face, but no one sees that.
I almost passed out from this, from the gas.
Oh, yeah. From the dry ice that comes up at you. You get a quick spa session right before it goes out.
Actually, I was doing your cloud that time when that happened to me.
Yeah, and I'm yelling at my boss, like, dump, we got another minute, dump it. Keep it going.
What? I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, so we have a lot of hand signals, but you don't see any of that. We're very calm and cool. You can't even see it.
Yeah, nope. All cool as a cucumber, you guys.
Cool as a cucumber.
Yeah. So you definitely, you know, like we said in the beginning, are one of the DJs who have been with us the longest. I think you recently just hit your 5 years with us, which I'm like, holla. So what have you seen as far as wedding traditions, couples, and with our DJ Rocks change over the years?
Well, you're training, because remember we talked about the wheel of death.
Training on point now, hopefully.
Training on point. Like I said, I mean, some people are very traditional. Some people will change things up. I just tell them, you know, whatever you want to do, whatever you want to play, whatever you want me to be, I will be for you. But I don't think I've seen too many like changes. I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
I feel like couples are kind of consistent, you know what I mean? As far as like some are traditional, some kind of want to change it up a little bit. I feel like, you know, if I were to answer that question, maybe one of the things I would say is just like constant, like, what can we learn? What can we do different? What new song can I drop? How can I make sure that like I'm keeping the dance floor packed, like that kind of thing. And really, I feel like it just comes down to clients giving us you know,
it depends on what they want. And I don't want them to ever feel like they have to give us an entire playlist of what to play, then just plug in an iPod at that point, you know?
Yeah.
But give us something like, you know, when you're planning your wedding, at least start a playlist in your car. Just add something like, oh, I like that song. Oh, I like that song. They might not go together, and it is okay. Cause like, I tell you, sometimes people are like, yo, I want this. And now I want to go into this. And I'm like, I got you. Here we go. We're doing it. You know, I don't know what's about to happen, but sometimes it works out really, really well. But just figure out kind of what's the music that you like. What do you listen to when you're in the car? And then, you know, some people are not dancers at all. They're like, I don't even care what you play whatever you want. Just try to keep my crowd happy. Okay. So then you're cool with requests. You're cool with people coming up and requesting songs with me. And they're like, yep. I'm like, all right, good.
Yep. I love it. I think it's always a constant change, and it's always so fun. And I honestly can't wait to get back to dance floors. It's exciting. It's fun. And I think all of us can agree. I know some of the girls are watching. It's all about creating moments, and that's really what we love to do. If you guys have any other questions out there, feel free to shoot us a DM, shoot us a message, shoot us an Instagram tweet, however you want to get a hold of us. We are here. For those of you who are watching and Gaby is your DJ, be prepared, guys. So excited. Thank you so much, Gaby, for joining us. Thank you guys for watching another episode of Backstage Pass. And hopefully we'll see you real soon. Bye, guys.
Bye.